Today I'm bringing a little bit of nostalgia and a whole lot of flavor to your table. Who remembers Chichis? That legendary restaurant with all the Tex-Mex classics we still crave? Well, I've got a treat for you. I'm diving into one of their most beloved dishes, their seasoned beef chimichangas. Hi, I'm Tara the Foodie and I take the mystery out of cooking for you. This recipe is my take on their signature dish, a crispy fried tortilla filled with seasoned beef and cheese and smothered in an irresistible sauce that will transport you right back to those beloved days when you devoured these at Chichis with your friends and family. Now let's get cooking. Foodies, my foodies, have you heard the news? Well, I'm here to report it to you right now. This just in, Chichis restaurants are coming back.
Okay, what do we know about this?
Yeah, it's coming back. It's been closed for nearly 20 years in Minnesota. This is a Minnesota chain of Mexican restaurants that were really popular in the 80s and 90s. And the son of the former owner is revitalizing this, allegedly.
Wow.
2 restaurants are set to reopen in 2025.
So dust off that sombrero because we are headed back to eat all of our favorite items on the Chichis menu. The news just came out not too long ago that they are planning on opening Chichis restaurants again in to be determined locations. So we are all crossing our fingers that we get a Chichis near us. It has been forever since we've been able to sit down in that restaurant, order a chimichanga or some seafood nachos or enchiladas, or have some fried ice cream at the end of our meal. Oh, I mean, can you just taste it thinking about it? So in today's video, I'm gonna show you how to make my most beloved menu item, which is the seasoned beef chimichanga. I mean, I don't remember ever knowing what a chimichanga was until Chichis restaurant made one. I mean, it was the thing to order when I went to Chichis. So you tell me, comment down below, what was your favorite menu item on the Chichis menu? I know you know the answer right now, so comment down below, let me know what you hope that they bring back on the new menu at the new Chichis that are opening up soon. So after you're done watching this video and just bathing in all of this nostalgia, if you aren't familiar with my channel, I did another video where I recreated Pizza Hut's personal pan pizza, and you can click here to check it out. And we went back in time and just relived what it was like to go to Pizza Hut and eat there with our families. So don't miss that video after you've watched this one.
Cheers, babe.
Cheers, babe. Woo. You need a Modelo when you're making chimichanga. I can't wait to pick the music out for this video.
I wish we had a sombrero.
Now the first step to making the seasoned beef chimichangas from Chichis is to make the sauce. And I have news for you. I did my research on this one, and let me tell you, I've got the actual recipe for the sauce. Yeah, I know, this was gold. So I'm gonna show you exactly how they made it at Chichis. The first thing that you wanna do to make the sauce for Chichis seasoned beef chimichangas is to make a puree. So go ahead and pull out your blender, and my blender of choice is the Vitamix. There's nothing better really that you can get to blend anything in such a way that it almost turns into a cloud. I mean, like, it's gonna be the best soup, the best smoothie, anything that you blend in this is amazing. You can even make hummus and peanut butter and all that stuff. But anyway, if you wanna grab one for your kitchen, I will tag one here now. To your blender, you wanna first add 14 ounces of crushed tomatoes. Then add a ½ cup of water, and then dice up about 3 to 4 green onions and add those to your blender. Now go ahead and put the top on your blender, and we are going to blend this until it is a puree. Here we go. Take the top off, Give it a sniff. It smells like crushed tomatoes, green onions, and water. So now we're gonna go ahead and take this puree over to the stove, and I'll show you the next step in making the special sauce. So we are at the stove, and you wanna get yourself a pot that is big enough to hold about 6 to 8 cups of sauce. And I'm using a brazier type of pot here. I will link something similar to this here now if you do need a braising pot like this. It's a perfect size to have in your kitchen, and it's great for making sauces, it's great for making soups, but it's also obviously great to put in your oven and braise meat in. For the special sauce, we are going to turn our burner on to medium-high, about a 7, and we are going to take the puree that we just made and add it to the pot. Next, add 2 cups of water. Now it's time to add the spices, and I've got all the spices in this little bowl. We are going to be adding kosher salt, oregano, black pepper, onion powder, and sugar. And all of the measurements are down below in the recipe. I have it linked in the description, and you can find this recipe as well as all of my recipes at tarathefoodie.com. So go ahead and add these seasonings to the pot. Next, add a tablespoon of beef base, 8 ounces of green chilies, and last, you're gonna add 3 more green onions diced up. And now, stir it up. Now you want to turn your heat up to high and bring this to a boil, and then turn it back down and simmer for 10 minutes. While your sauce is simmering for that 10 minutes, go ahead and move it to maybe the back of your stove so that you can use your favorite burner. Everyone has a favorite burner. What is your favorite burner? Comment below, let me know. Mine is front right every time. Get to your favorite burner, and you just need a saute pan, and we are going to make our roux. This is going to be what thickens our sauce. And to make a roux, you want to use a fat and an equal amount of flour. So in this case, we're going to use 3/4 cup of butter and 3/4 cup of flour. I have my pan on medium heat, so go ahead and add your 3/4 cup of butter to your pan. And while you're doing this, just make sure that your sauce has just a little bit of bubbling action back there so that it does reduce down a little bit. Next, you want to add your 3/4 cup of flour to create kind of a paste. Keep that whisk moving until you get all of this flour to dissolve into the butter. So turn your heat down to low at this point because the pan is nice and hot, and we are going to allow this roux to cook as we stir for up to about 5 minutes, just until this roux gets a nice tan color. All right, so after about 5 minutes, and you've stirred it almost continuously the whole time, you will see here that your roux is going to have a nice tan color. I mean, it looks like the beach, everybody. Look at this. That is the color that you're looking for. Now what you want to do is move your saute pan over. You're going to bring your simmering sauce back up, and you are going to whisk your roux into your sauce. Now you want to whisk it up really good so that all of the lumps are out of the sauce, and you'll see it is thickened up really nicely.
Chimichanga sauce.
Now you want to go ahead and let this simmer for another 10 minutes. So I've moved the sauce back to the back of the stove, letting it simmer for another 10 minutes. I brought the same saute pan that I've been using back to the front burner over medium heat, and I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of olive oil to the pan. Next, add a 1/4 cup of diced onions to the olive oil. Then add 3 cloves of garlic, either minced or ran through your garlic press. Stir in that garlic into the onions and the oil, and just smell the best thing you've ever smelled in your life. Just smell that right now. And then add 4 ounces of ground beef to your pan and cook it until it's no longer pink. Now this is actually more like 6 ounces because it's what I had left, and I figured I'd just throw it in. A little more meat is not a bad thing. Just work it into those onions and that garlic and the olive oil. It smells so good in here. Just give your sauce in the back a little stir while your beef is finishing cooking. There's just a smell of garlic everywhere. And that's good. You want this. I feel like I am cooking at a restaurant. I've got all these multiple pots and pans going, like, but it's all coming together.
And this is the authentic, straight from the secret pages of the Chichis kitchen.
Yes. Well, fun fact, my sister worked at Chichis for years so that she could eat the food for free. That's how much she loved this food. And so she had some inside information for me. So again, we're gonna move our pan over here, then move your sauce to your front burner, then add your beef mixture to the sauce, and then stir it up. Oh my gosh, it just did something to this sauce. When you add that beef and the olive oil with the garlic and the onions, it just sort of made it into this velvety kind of just glorious sauce. At this point, we have to try the sauce, don't we? I barely remember what it tasted like. It was a really long time ago, okay? But let's taste it. I'm gonna taste it right off of this spoon. I don't care. I don't care. This is my house. Oh my gosh. It is kind of like soft and velvety in texture. The beef is in there purely for just that added beef flavor, because you barely, get any once it's in the sauce, just a little bit. It is just a complex layer of flavors in this sauce. And because we took the time to go through those steps to build the sauce in the right way, just like they did at Chichis restaurant, we have just made the most important part almost of this whole entire dish. So now that we have the special sauce made, you can turn your heat off, set it aside, and it's time to make the beef filling. So go ahead and add a tablespoon of olive oil to the pan, and the pan is over medium-high heat. Then add 2 pounds of ground beef to the pan. Next, we're gonna add our seasonings, and I have all the seasonings that go into the ground beef here, and all the measurements, again, will be in the recipe down below in the description box. There's a link to the recipe, and you can find it on tearthefoodie.com. So the seasonings are kosher salt, black pepper, garlic powder, cumin, oregano, and onion powder. Now go ahead and sprinkle this seasoning mixture all over your beef.
It just kind of breaks my heart. I can't make a living selling feet pics.
You know, it's not out of the question, babe. We gotta do what we gotta do. Go ahead and mix this up. Get all that spice mixture in there, coating all of this glorious beef. Next, add a cup of chopped onion. And 4 ounces, or about a half a cup, of green chilies. It just gives it that extra Tex-Mex flavor, that little something that you just can't place. So just saute this for another 5-6 minutes or so until the onions are softened and the beef is cooked through. So finally, we are at the assembly stage. This is gonna be fun, I think. Maybe, unless I totally mess it up. Who knows? We'll find out. What you want to do is grab some extra large burrito grande, or whatever they're calling them, of tortillas. So these are 12 inches across. So you want them to be nice and big so that you're able to get the filling in there, fold them over, and then they'll be that classic chimichanga size that you remember back at Chichis. I pop this in the microwave for 30 seconds to a minute just so that the tortillas are nice and pliable and they'll work with you when you're trying to fold them. So go ahead and set this down on your cutting board. And you want to grab like a half of a cup because this is about the amount of beef that you're going to put into each chimichanga. You want to pack the beef in there nice and tight, and that will end up being about 4 ounces of the beef mixture. I've gone ahead and measured that out here. So go ahead and add that to the center of your tortilla. Next, you want to add about 1 ounce of shredded Mexican blend cheese. It's a blend of Colby and Jack cheese. The process is that you're going to pull up the tortilla here. So fold it over the mixture like this so it covers it. Next, you're going to fold in both sides, so that makes a little package. And now you're going to fold it the rest of the way. So go ahead and take your folded chimichanga and put it down onto a sheet pan next to you, just something, platter, sheet pan, whatever. And now I'm gonna do this 7 more times, and then it will be time to fry these babies up. And we're gonna do 2 at a time. Be careful. The oil is hot. It should be around 350 degrees or so. We're going to lower it into the oil. We're going to fry them until they are golden brown on both sides.
Yeah.
I'm afraid.
I'm scared.
I'm scared. All right. Okay. I'm going to add the other one carefully. And just let those fry for a couple of minutes, checking them with your spatula. When they look golden brown on the bottom, carefully turn them over. Now, once they look like this and they are a golden brown, you want to pull them from the oil, let them drip for a few seconds, and then put them on a wire rack to cool. We'll add 2 more chimichangas to the oil and finish up the rest. Now, while you're frying up the rest of your chimichangas, go ahead and reheat your special sauce. And if it seems like it's a little too thick, I'm gonna go ahead and add just a little bit of water to it just to thin it out. Just make it as thin or as thick as you would like. Babe, do you see these?
I'm going in.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this right here, this is what you want. You want your chimichangas to be fried to a golden brown. If you have a deep fryer and you can completely submerge them, go for it. That's how they do it at the restaurant, I'm sure. But most of us, you know, don't want to use tons and tons and tons of oil and usually just fry in our pans. So I wanted to show you how you would probably do it in your own kitchen. As you can see, these chimichangas are all ready to be devoured. But I'm going to take that added step and plate it up beautifully for you. Oh, well, you've caught me during my plating portion of the show. Usually it's behind the scenes, but while I plate this delicious Chichis seasoned beef chimichanga, I just wanted to ask you, have you subscribed yet to my channel? I mean, I make things like this. I take you back in time to a place that you haven't eaten in so long, to a place that's coming back, and we're so excited, and to a place that will just bring back so many wonderful childhood memories. And by following the steps in this video, you'll be able to taste it in your kitchen now. So click subscribe down below and click the notification bell so that you never miss one of my videos. And yeah, share this video with a friend or all of your friends or all of your family. I mean, who's not gonna wanna know how to make the beef chimichanga from Chichis? They're gonna be like, what? You found what? Now let's plate this baby up. We'll She is all plated up. She's looking gorgeous. And now it is my favorite time of every episode, time to taste. I'm so excited. I feel like I'm 13. It's time for my birthday. Actually, my birthday was what, 3 days ago? Something like that? Yeah. So this is literally happy birthday to me and the way that I used to spend my birthday at Chichis eating this very dish. So wow, this is gonna be a rush of nostalgia. Just gonna cut in, get a bite that I can attempt to fit into my mouth. Look at that, juicy, filling. Oh, somebody's interested. Let me just tell you, the flavor breakdown. This is spectacular. This is a blast from the past. It's so delicious. It's something different that you can make in your home for dinner. Just make this in your kitchen today and just transport yourself back in time to when you used to go to Chichis restaurant and order the beef chimichanga, the crispiness, the beefiness. It's juicy and cheesy on the inside, crispy on the outside, and then smothered in the most delicious sauce that you're just not gonna find anywhere. Take the time to make this sauce and then just spoon it on everything you eat. Just literally everything you eat. I am so excited that I was able to recreate the Chichis seasoned beef chimichanga. What a thrill it was. Thank you for joining me, and let's all just get excited for Chichis coming back to hopefully our town soon. I'm Tara the Foodie, taking the mystery out of cooking for you, and I will see you next time.
Right now, the incredible Chichis has a special treat for little muchachos.
That's me?
That's you. All day, every day.
Every day?
Every day is Little Muchachos Day at Chichis for only 99 cents.
99 cents?
99 cents. You can have anything from the children's menu.
Anything?
Anything your appetite desires, little muchacho.
That's me.
That's you. Is incredible?
It's incredible.
Hurry. Chichi's Little Muchachos offer ends very soon.